Howdy folks, welcome back to McLeod Arc. Today we have an unboxing video for the G29 Driving Force Wheel and Pedals by Logitech. I also have the shifter coming, but that's coming on a different day, and I'll do a separate video for that. And then I'll put them all together and use them in-game. So, why am I doing this unboxing video? Because I found that my other unboxing videos have been helpful for people. Apparently, even though I feel lame doing these, apparently I have a style that people find helpful. So that's what we're going to continue to do. So this arrived to me early. I had been budgeting to purchase this in late December or even January. But my wife, as a thank you for doing everything that I do, rearranged her into the budget so that I could get this much earlier. So it's November 1st today. The shifter's coming November 2nd, I think. But with that out of the way, let's get started here. So I chose the G29 because in the past, when I did Need for Speed before YouTube even existed as a thing, I had a really cheap wheel. It was, what was it? An old, well, I don't even think it was Logitech. It was some off-brand cheapy thing, completely plastic. It fell apart. I had to duct tape it together to get through Need for Speed, and then I just got rid of it when I completed some of the series. So I wanted to do something nice, but I didn't want to spend $300, $400, $500, $600. So in my price range, only two came up, really. It was the G29 or in the G2920, and then the Thrustmaster T300 RS, which you can't get anymore. It's the GT version, I believe, is all you can get now, and is much more expensive, unless you want to get something used. That was my understanding. I've always been a fan of Logitech, though, so I kind of just went the Logitech route. And between the G29 and the 920, apparently the G29 not only costs less than the 920, it's supposed to be much better than the 920. The G29 being for PlayStation 3 and 4/PC, the G920 for Xbox One/PC. So, since I had a choice, and the overall consensus for PC was the G29 in my price range, we have the G29. This is obviously not sponsored in any way. This I purchased with my own money. I paid a lot of money for it. Less than MSRP, of course, because it was on sale on Amazon. So we went to a brick and mortar store who honored Amazon prices, and that's where we purchased this. This is actually the second one I got. The first one I did get off Amazon, and it arrived to me with a completely torn up box, completely used product, and all dinged up. Wires were nicked. It was awful, so we sent it back, and I decided to go to a brick and mortar store because then I could see the box, make sure it was new, and that type of thing. So I found a store that would honor Amazon prices, and that's how I purchased this. So, well, let's get started, I guess, right? The seals are on there from the factory and everything. I made sure it was actually brand new. I'm going to cut it open off camera because I don't know what YouTube thinks of certain tools. And I'm going to pop this tape, and I'll be right back. All right, here we are back on my studio floor from my music studio. Actually, you see my piano off to the background and my other stuff, but I'm not going to do. I'm just going to open the box. Everybody knows how to open a box, and this is very new, which is very exciting. This is not what the other one looked like. We have warning. Pedals have pinch points that may cause injury. That means my cats will have to be out of the studio when we use this thing. I'm also thinking about where I want to use it. Right now I'm thinking about just putting it on my desk with my YouTube studio. But between Flight Simulator and Racing Sim, there's a lot of changing hardware back and forth with the yoke and the pedals for the sim, and then the pedals on the steering wheel and the shifter for the Racing Sim. I was almost thinking of setting up something in front of my smaller 4K TV and running an extremely long USB cable over to the computer for the Racing Sim, and then record in 4K at 60 seconds or 60 frames per second, because my computer for some reason can do that, which was a surprise to me. But we will see. The distance from the screen to the size of the screen, even though the TV is bigger, the distance is more than it is to my computer screen, so it might actually be more enjoyable for me to be on my computer. It's just going to be a lot of work. But those are things we'll talk about in future videos. Alright, so the G29, the instructions are just pictures, which is the way things are going these days. It tells you what's in the box. It tells you how to plug everything. Oh, you apply power before you plug everything in. That's interesting. Well, it doesn't really say that, I guess. It just says at the same time. And then it says to make sure you use the PS4 switch for computer, which people are not forgetting, or people are forgetting about. There's also a few neat little things about this I did during my research that people aren't mentioning, and we're going to make sure to mention that. So anyway, picture instructions, very, very basic. All right, I'm going to see if I can pull this out of here without making too many crinkling noises. So cardboard divider, no big deal. And then looks like you have a box. Actually, that is attached to things. Hang on, it's not green cables. We've got, I don't know, safety compliance, and they want to sell you more stuff. Now these would be fun. I don't know how to justify that purchase. I can't even justify this purchase at the moment, but I got it anyway. All right, more cardboard. Try to keep my garbage or my recycling separate from the garbage, separate from the stuff I might want, such as the order to plug things in, although it's super obvious. All right, here we go, crinkly time. The pedal's wrapped in plastic, no surprise there. So heavy I almost dropped it. Granted, I have, pain issues, but that was very heavy and that hurt. Then we have a twisty tie that I'm untying behind the box here, because everybody knows what little cable tie things look like. That goes in the garbage pile. And then the steering wheel, which is not quite as heavy as the pedals, but close. Oh, there's more in there. Again, another twisty tie. I'm going to talk about all the stuff under here in a moment. And then power, because you do need power for this. It's not powered by USB. Let's take that out too, I guess. And we can get the box out of the way. All right, so let's first, do we need to talk about the power? No, it's just cable tied up and the plugs into there. That is very common and nothing unusual. The pedals. Very heavy, made out of steel and hard plastic. And, oh, these go down. Okay, so when I had the other one that I returned because it was all beat up, the pedals barely moved, and I thought I was just a wimp. But no, those are broken because these move. The other ones didn't move. That's very nice. Very sturdy, a lot of resistance. The brake pedal people don't like a lot of times because there's a rubber thing in there to slow down to be like a real brake pedal. I don't have an opinion yet because I haven't tried it yet. But we'll talk about that. Supposedly, you can adjust the brake pedal to be closer to the gas pedal so you can do easier heel toe. I don't see how you would adjust it, but apparently you can. That's what I read. I don't have any idea how you would adjust that. Maybe you take the face and flip the face over? No. I don't know. I'm going to have to read about that if I need to. I was going to use this in wearing socks, but I might have to wear shoes. We'll see. Thin shoes, not my Skechers, because I won't be able to feel the pedals. In fact, I can't drive a stick in real life with my Skechers because I can't feel the pedals. I have to wear certain shoes even in real life. But, well, that's why there's like racing shoes, which I don't have. But we'll see. I'm going to try it in socks. I'm going to try, maybe I'll wear certain shoes, and then we'll try the heel toe. So if we have to move the faceplate or figure that out for heel toe, I will. I just read it can be done. I don't see how it can be done. I didn't see anything on here how it can be done. I don't know. You can also adjust the brake pedal by taking out the rubber stopper, I guess, too. That's what I read. But again, we'll see how it works before I make any adjustments. The thing I want to talk about that everybody's forgetting in their own videos is the anti-slip down here. So if you're on carpet and you're pushing it with your feet, all you have to do is flip this and your anti-skid plate comes out and it grips your carpet. Now watch this. It won't move no matter what I do. It's gonna stay there forever. Everybody's forgetting that because they read all these reviews and all these unboxing videos. People are like, oh, it slides, I'm going to have to secure it. No, it won't slide. That is not going anywhere. You saw me. I put my 208 pounds into it plus per pushing force, and it's not moving. And that was very painful for me. I shouldn't have done that. But there you go. It's not going anywhere. So there is that. And then you just push it back in the middle so you don't stab yourself. Click it back into place. There's bolt holes down here so you can bolt it from underneath, like on a board. Come from under the board and bolt it in. But I'm not going to have to do that. And then obviously a very, very, very long cable that plugs into the back of the steering wheel, which the shifters will too once we get those. Reading the warning, pedals may have pinch points, same warning we saw before. All right. And here we go. Here's the steering wheel. Very heavy. Holy cow. I can't believe I own something this high quality. Very exciting. I think they said it's a 900-degree turn, which means, I believe, 1 1/4 each direction. Yeah, like a real steering wheel. So that the reason why you have this. So the cheaper steering wheels will go like halfway, or I should say quarter way, sometimes halfway. The reason that's not good, the reason why I want something like this, is so when you're whipping around corners, even small corners, you can drive like you would a real car, like this, right? With the cheaper wheels, if you go like this, you're all over the road back and forth. Because here, that'd be 50% on a smaller wheel of the turn. To get 50% on this, you got to go that far, right? So you can be much more control of your steering. That's why that's super important that you have all that turn. The many buttons as you can have on the front is good because then you can just have everything here instead of having the keyboard. For example, when I do flight sim, I need my keyboard and my yoke at the same time. I use them both just as much. But here I'm hoping I can map everything on here and even navigate the menus with this, I'm hoping. So I won't even need my mouse or my keyboard. I can do everything with the steering wheel. That's the plan. We'll see how that's going to work though. Real leather, I guess, which doesn't matter to me, but it does feel good. Again, I cannot believe I own something like this. It's blowing my mind right now. Same kind of secure that the flight sim does. Paddle shifters. Now, it does have a clutch, and it does have paddle shifters. My understanding, though, is without the actual shifter unit, you can't use the clutch with the paddle shifters. So you're going to do sequential shifting without a clutch, or you use a clutch with the shifter, which I said I have the shifter coming. Originally, I thought maybe you could use the clutch and then shift with the paddles. Apparently, some games you can, if you know what you're doing and you write scripts for them. But the general consensus is you can't clutch, shift. You need a clutch, use the shifter, which is one reason why I'm getting the shifter. Plus, I don't own a manual transmission car in real life, and I miss it greatly, so this will fulfill that itch to have a manual transmission car as close as I can get. But we will be clutching and sequential shifting and shifter shifting as appropriate to the car when we race. So for example, if it's a car that has a clutch and a shifter stick, we will use our clutch and the shifter stick. If it's a car that has sequential shifting, we will use sequential shifting. I will research each car before I load it and determine what shifting method we're going to use and be whatever is real life. That's the plan. I notice most people don't actually do that. Like a lot of people who have the shifter will use the shifter on a sequential shifting car, which I guess to each their own, but I want to be as accurate as possible. So anyway, this is not scuffed up. It's very nice. It still has a little protective sticker over the PlayStation logo because, again, this is for PlayStation 3 or 4 or PC. Let's take that off. Come on. There we go. Would that be funny if that were a horn button? It does not appear to be a button. But if it were, that would be my horn button. We do need to switch it to PS4 on top. Looks like it comes PS3 automatically. Let me get on the camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. There's a little switch up there that says PS3 and PS4. It looks like it ships on PS3. I bring that up because I get a lot of people I see online complaining that it doesn't work on their PC no matter what they do. Well, if they don't flip it to PS4, it's not going to work on your PC. It doesn't say that in the instructions. I actually had to look that up and know ahead of time. So PS4 it is. I'm triple checking. PS4. All right. There we go. Underside now, and again, I hope I'm on camera. It's because I'm talking into my really nice microphone off camera. So I'm hoping you can see this. It's upside down, so I don't have to hold it because it's too heavy from this angle. There are vents in the back because it has 2 motors, I believe. There's pedals, or there's pictures here, even though they're upside down. Your power plugs into here, your pedals plug into there, and the shifter will be getting later today or tomorrow plugs into there. And then all 4 cables, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 cables all wrap around here and then loop through here. So it sits flat on the desk, which you can also bolt down from underneath. Again, that's a lot of cabling to do every time I want to do a quick race and then switch to flight sim and have to change everything out, but I think I'll just deal with it. Not sure. I mean, I wish I could keep it set up permanently somewhere, but I don't know how that would work. We'll have to think about it. But anyway, very nice cable management and just very nice overall. So I'm very excited to try this, and I might have to set up a secondary camera when I race so you can see it in action. Otherwise, there is your unboxing video and a preview of what I already know about the G29. I cannot wait to get this thing started and set up in both Assetto Corsa and Forza Motorsport 7, and maybe even Need for Speed. Maybe I will continue the 2010 Hot Pursuit. We will see. But that is all for now. Hopefully this was helpful for you. If you came to the channel because you were searching this out, please subscribe and stick around for more. There will be an unboxing video for the shifter. It'll be a much shorter unboxing video, but there will be one. I'm not going to do a video where I plug everything and set it up, because there's some very, 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 very nice videos on YouTube about that already. Granted, they're kind of old, so their software component is outdated because you have to use the G Hub software now for this. You can't use the old Logitech software as of this recording. But I'm not going to show you that because there's other resources for that. But anyway, hopefully this helped. I wanted to share my excitement with you all because that's the point of the channel. And you will see the shifter unboxing video soon and some racing as soon as that's put together and calibrated and we're ready to go. So I'll see you next time.